Hello and welcome back to another Cheap Car Showdown. This is going to be the Rabbit. Now, the Rabbit, this is quite interesting. The Rabbit and the Omni that we did way back, because the Omni was alphabetical order. We're doing it that way. The Rabbit actually shares a motor with it. Maybe not the Shelby, but I used to own Dodge Omni, and yes, it definitely shared a motor with it because I had to buy Volkswagen parts. So, with this stock engine fitted, everything should be Dodge Omni. Now that being said, this is not the Shelby Rabbit that the Dodge Omni was, and I do not expect it to perform as well. It's quite old, and it's quite commutery, but it is a GTI, and let's see how it does. We got 5 laps to prove its worth here at Limerock, and let's see how she fares. It's quite tempting here in Mexico to actually go out and buy one of these because they're everywhere. Volkswagen reigns supreme as the car of Mexico. If you've never visited, I definitely recommend it. Maybe you can visit Cancun or something like that, but if you want to go inland, you'll definitely see more of these and get a more Mexican experience. You can probably pick one of these up here for, geez, 500 bucks, something like that. The condition would be horrendous and nothing like this though, as most cars here tend to get beat and live a long, hard life. But listen to that little motor, just revving it out. Sounds very tinny, I guess you could say, and I definitely would. Come on, little guy. Another front-wheel drive car where if I give it any gas whatsoever, I lose my line, and that's been my biggest challenge the last couple of cars. Has just been trying to maintain that line that I've set out before I even enter the corner. You know, I have the way I want to do it, and they either do it or they don't. Now, if you turn in too hard with these short cars like this Rabbit is, you tend to lose the rear end, and that's definitely not helping us as far as our times go. More fun to do it that way, but we're looking for smooth. Geez, this car likes to turn in hard, that's for sure. I'm not giving it very much. I mean, maybe 5% of what it can do, and it just turns in. It's definitely the wheelbase being so short that it gives it that snappy response, even though it is very slow. A minute 18 on your first lap is not going to get us anywhere near the leaderboard. So if you're looking for a Rabbit to be the fastest car on the leaderboard, look elsewhere, because this is not the place or the showdown. Everything is stock here. Come on, little guy. See, a little bit of body roll, not too bad, but enough to throw me off. Come on, little guy. I'm trying to keep it smooth. It's very difficult for me with the body roll to keep the car smooth, as the moment you turn in ends up being very different than the apex, and the exit will always be different, as that body keeps moving around and changing its weight and where the center of gravity is for the car. It's definitely challenging without a good suspension to get that nice smooth line that we're all looking for in a fast lap. Way too late on the turn in there. But coming out at 80 miles an hour, such a low powered car, I think we could bump that up quite a bit, but that's not too shabby. So we're still on our second lap over a minute 10, which is generally what I consider to be our first lap's kind of marker. A minute 10, you set it a minute 10 or under, you're looking at a potential leaderboard. A little puberty for you. Looking at a potential leaderboard for you, but no, this car is not gonna make it. Ooh, throw it in there. So I think what I might do is try and just have some fun with this little guy and just see how fast and how hard it can brake and turn in. Can't hurt at this point. We're not looking at a leaderboard setter. We got a decent time. Let's just go ahead and see if we can just throw this thing into corners and not so much worry about maintaining that speed as I usually do. The next couple of cars will be Volkswagens, and there definitely will not be leaderboard running champions. I'm going to go ahead and run the classics, because I feel like they're cool enough to deserve a shake there. So the next one will be the Beetle or the Carmagia, one of the two. Carmagia. I don't know how you prefer to say that. It depends what part of the world you're from, and definitely what part of the... God, that was quick. The world, and then on top of that, what part of that country in the world you're from. So, for example, in the U.S., some people say Carmagia, some people say Carmangia. So it depends. But we're going to be running it, and it's going to be air-cooled. It's going to be very slow. But it's a beautiful car, and I think it's worth owning for sure, as I will be modifying it later on, and no problems there. But this little car is alright. Yeah, there were definitely rally versions of this car that they modified them and threw on big turbos and nice body kits and widened the wheelbase substantially, but this is what you would go, you pick your kids up from school in or something. Good car though. Definitely sold a lot worldwide, and still to this day is very likely to be one of the I don't know, it's basically a Golf, which is, that's just a, I don't even know, it's just a Golf really. Like I said, it's a Dodge Omni, a Golf. It's a very universally loved shape for the time. We're getting faster, and I'm beating it harder, so maybe the Rabbit just needs to be a little rough on it. I don't know. So maybe I should just keep driving like this for this particular car. A lot of cars do not respond well to late braking and turning in so aggressively, and yeah, it's just a, I mean, I'm not trying to drift with it or anything, which would definitely be difficult in such a low powered car, and being front wheel drive I would consider that to be not drifting, but it's definitely handling the abuse of me just not trying to be conservative, not trying to brake for the corners, not even try and care if the car is smooth, just throw it in there and let the rear end sort itself out kind of deal. I don't know why why it's saying this is a dirty lap, because I don't remember going off at all. Maybe it's just a random accumulation of the last dirty lap. I wasn't paying attention. But maybe, who knows? This little Rabbit might need to just be thrown into corners and avoid braking. Just keep that speed up. Even though it's not pretty, it keeps the speed up. And yeah. So it says a minute 14 because that was a clean lap. But I don't think that's correct. I'm going to go through and check. I believe I saw a minute 13 in there. And we'll see. I'll post up the fastest time, dirty or clean, and we'll see how it does. So, two more Volkswagens. I'll post them up relatively close to each other because I don't think that a lot of people were expecting those ones to be the best car for the under 30,000, and I definitely am not. But after that, we have one more car. So 3 cars left, 3 episodes of Cheap Car Showdown. I'm pretty sure at this point, though, that if you're not going to watch anymore because you think that no one else is going to beat the Monster 3, you're probably correct. I don't think that either one of the next Volkswagens is going to do it, and I'm fairly certain that the last car, which is going to be a Volvo station wagon, or not Volvo sedan, is going to do it either. So, kind of a depressing ending to the showdown, but you know what? It's worth giving them all their shakes and seeing how they do. The Mazda Speed 3, though, is such a good car for the money that you really can't go wrong with getting that. Thanks for giving me 6 minutes and 14 seconds of your time. Please leave a comment and feel free to give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.